I'm along, it's story time with So-O's tales in gentle rhyme. Books that dance and voices sing.
Welcome to Soul Story Time. Today we're going to be reading a special book in celebration of Diwali. This book is called The Light Within You. This book is written by Namita Mulani Mehra and illustrated by Kamala Nair. I hope you enjoy this book. Now let's get ready for story time. The Light Within You. Dia was ready. She was going to visit her grandma in India for Diwali, the Festival of Lights. Dia hadn't seen Nani in a long time, not since they moved from India. Now Dia's family had moved again to another new city, another new school. Her classmates didn't know much about Diwali and wondered why she was going away for 3 whole weeks. Dia missed India. She missed Nani. Nani was her best friend in the whole world. Why did she have to live so far away? Dia had done the math. It was 7,850 miles to get to India, a 24-hour journey, one whole day. After 2 cars, 2 planes, and a rickshaw ride, they were finally here at Nani's. Dia saw a flash of gold and then ting, ting, ting. Nani emerged waving a prayer bell. Welcome home. Look, she's welcoming them into the house. Nani's house was filled with old photos. Dia ran her hand over the frames. Time to make new memories, Nani said. Let's go shopping. Chalo. At the bazaar, Dia marveled at the displays. Nani beamed and bargained. Your granddaughter is here, everyone said. She looks just like you. In Dia's new town, no one looked like her. Here with Nani, everything felt familiar, warm and comforting. Dia wished she could stay here forever. Time to make Diwali sweets, Nani said in the kitchen. Dia's taste buds tingled at the smell of ghee, the sizzle of sweet jalebi, and the snowstorm of coconut ladus. Nani showed Dia how to roll the ladus, while Dia told her all about her new school. Making new friends can be hard, Nani said. Maybe I should make some ladus for my classmates, Dia thought. All of those Diwali sweets look delicious. You know, when things are tough on the outside, it helps to brighten your light on the inside, Nani said. Dia looked surprised. There's a light inside me? We all have an inner light, Dia. When you believe in yourself, your light shines bright and darkness fades away. Dia watched the city sparkle. Rainbow-colored rangoli brightened wide open doors, waiting to welcome aunties and uncles, friends and neighbors, and perhaps even a goddess or two. Dia admired Nani's saris in rich silks and satins. She twirled in a lehenga made just for her. Together they sparkled in sequins, pink and gold, beautiful bindis, and jingle-jangle bangles. My classmates might like some bangles, Dia thought. When the sun sank low, Nani led Dia outside. And now, light of my life, you have the most important job of the day. Dia was ready. Together with Nani, Dia carefully lit little Diwali lamps, shining diyas, just like my Dia, Nani said. Hundreds of diyas lit up the night. Look at how beautiful everything is. Happy Diwali! Namaste! Come in! Guests arrived in their newest and best, bright, beaming, and radiant. Dia, you've grown so much, they said, making a dash for Nani's coconut ladus. Friends, family, and food filled Nani's garden. Fireworks fizzed in the late evening sky. Dia, you and I are like these sparklers, Nani said as their sparklers touched. We share a special connection and light each other up. Dia felt her inner light brighten. It was a kind of night where everything felt right. But soon, the laughter-filled evening ended with 100 goodbyes. And just like that, Diwali was over. An unsettling silence sneaked up on Dia. Soon she would have to say goodbye to Nani and this place that felt like home. Dia felt her light dim. Nani sat with Dia. Even on this moonless night, the Dias bring light into our world and show us the way. But they'll be gone tomorrow, Nani. Diwali is more than a festival, Nani said. It's the light within you. Your inner light is your special spark. It will bring you joy and brighten the world around you too. Nani had saved one last gift for Dia, a box of Dias. Dias for my Dia, Nani said, hugging her tight. Bravely spread love and light wherever you go in the world. Dia glowed. Dia was ready, sharing all her Diwali sweets with her friends. The end. Welcome to Storytime. Today we're going to be reading a book called Binny's Diwali. This book is written by Thridi Umragar and illustrated by Nidhi Chinani. I look forward to reading this book about a beautiful festival, and I hope you enjoy it. Now let's get ready for story time. Binny's Diwali. Binny woke up happy but nervous. It was her day to share about Diwali, the festival of lights. Since her class was learning about different celebrations, her teacher, Mr. Boomer, had asked her to talk about her favorite holiday. Last month, Sarah talked about Rosh Hashanah, and today it was Binny's turn. She hoped everything would go just as she and her teacher had planned. Binny started getting ready for school. She smiled as she noticed the Indian outfit Mom and Dad had laid on her chair. Maybe it was a perfect day to wear her new blue suede shoes for good luck. Binny turned around and got a glimpse of her mom looking so beautiful in the bright red silk sari Dad had bought her for Diwali. Everybody went shopping for Diwali. Kids got new clothes and toys. Parents bought each other jewelry. And friends exchanged gift baskets filled with cakes and sweets and nuts. Wearing her new clothes, Binny ran downstairs for breakfast. Instead of cereal, Mom and Dad had a treat for her, warm jalebi, orange discs of sweetness that melted in her mouth when she bit into them, and soft, milky pedas that crumbled in her mouth and made her lick her lips. Dad quickly packed the rest for her class. May the words you speak today be as sweet as jalebi and as soft as pedas, he said. Mom drove Binny to school. Remember to tell them about the oil lamps, she told Binny as she kissed her goodbye. Good luck, Ben. You will do great. After morning circle time, Mr. Boomer called Binny's name. But when she stood before the class, a terrible thing began to happen. Suddenly, she felt so shy and scared, her mind went blank. Some children began to giggle. Others fidgeted, not knowing what to do. Today is Diwali, Binny said nervously. Who? Yelled Tommy. The teacher stood up and gave the sign for quiet. Binny did want to share her favorite holiday with her friends, but she couldn't find the words. Mr. Boomer put a kindly hand on her shoulder. Take a deep breath, he whispered. I know you can do this. Just then, Binny remembered what Mom had told her about the lamps. To celebrate Diwali, people lit little oil lamps called diyas and put them by their front doors to guide good luck onto their homes and chase away the darkness. All over the world, Diwali marked the victory of goodness and light. Binny now knew what to say. Diwali is the festival of lights. It is a Hindu holiday that lasts 5 days and it celebrates the victory of goodness and hope. She told them about the fireworks, how they whistled through the air and burst like stars in the night sky, leaving streaks of gold and red and green. She described the sparklers Dad lit in the yard, how she made figure eights with them, the golden sparks opening like a flower. Mr. Boomer brought over the streamers that Binny had made. She took out some colorful glitter and asked Juliet and Aisha to help her make them brighter. The class gathered around Mr. Boomer's desk as Binny handed him a tiny electric clay dia. The teacher turned it on. The small flickering light looked so pretty that all the children oohed and awed. Binny told them that if on Diwali you looked down from an airplane, you'd see the city shine like a diamond, lights shimmering everywhere you looked. She made them close their eyes and imagine a dark sky with a million twinkling stars. Diwali is a magical time for children everywhere. Binny had one more thing to show them, the best of all. She took out bags of colored powder, red, blue, yellow, purple, green, and orange, and sprinkled them onto the floor. First, she drew a flower with the powdered chalk. Then she used it to write, "Happy Diwali to all." The children started clapping. Binny went to her desk and out came the box of peras and jalebi, one for each student in the class, and for Mr. Boomer too. They ate every last crumb of the sweets and smacked their lips in delight. I'm sure it was delicious. Romeo raised his hand. "How many festivals are there in the world?" he asked. Binny smiled. "Thousands of them," she said, "and they are all beautiful in their own way." Mr. Boomer leaned over to Binny and said, "Great job." She grinned from ear to ear. Binny walked home that day, celebrating her own victory of goodness and light. The spirit of Diwali was real. The story of the oil lamps had chased away her own fears. Everyone loved Diwali, this wonderful festival of lights. And then I'm going to tell you about the 5 days of Diwali. On the first day of Diwali, people often clean their homes and shop for kitchen utensils. On the second day, homes are decorated with clay lamps and colorful patterns called rangoli, which are created on the floor with colored sand or powder. On the third day, families gather to pray to the goddess Lakshmi, to enjoy a delicious feast, and to watch fireworks. On the fourth day, friends and relatives give one another gifts and good wishes for the season. On the fifth and last day, siblings visit one another and exchange gifts. Others use the day to clean and organize their workspaces. That is Diwali. Welcome to Storytime. Today we're going to be reading a book called Diwali in My New Home. This book is written by Chashi Kaushik and illustrated by Ashwarya Tandon. I look forward to reading this beautiful book with you all today. Now let's get ready for story time. Diwali in My New Home. Today is Diwali, the festival of lights. It's Priya's favorite holiday. The colorful decorations, shimmering fireworks, and gathering of family and friends always fills her heart with joy. But this Diwali is quiet. Priya is almost 9,000 miles away from India. Here, the streets are empty and nothing is decorated. Everything looks dull. Priya holds back her tears, remembering her school in India. A week before Diwali, her old school was decorated. Everyone wore traditional outfits, made cards, and sang festive songs. Here, no one seems to know about Diwali. When Priya returns home this afternoon, the scents of cardamom and warm ghee greet her. The sweet aromas wrap around Priya like a hug. It smells like Diwali, Priya says. She remembers her grandmother's words. Goddess Lakshmi always visits a clean and decorated house. Priya helps her mommy vacuum every room, wishing for Goddess Lakshmi to come to their new home. On the front steps, Priya sits with the colorful sand to make a flower as a rangoli, just the way she would in India. A rangoli will bring luck and happiness. Look, it's a beautiful picture, and it's going to be colored in with different colors. It'll be very beautiful. The aromas floating from the kitchen window and the eye-catching rangoli draw the neighbors. What smells delicious? Wow, that looks beautiful. Is it something special today? Yes, it's Diwali, a festival of lights, feasts, and fireworks, replies Priya. Can we help? The vibrant colors in the rangoli make the entrance glow. Next, Priya helps her papa with the lights. On a new moon night, the twinkling lights will make the house bright, she says. Are you getting ready for Christmas already? No, it's for Diwali, the festival of lights. A reminder of the victory of light over darkness, Priya replies, feeling the warmth of the festive lights. Papa invites the neighbors to celebrate with them. At sunset, it's time for prayer, the puja. Priya puts on her special embroidered shalwar kameez and clinks her bangles. Seeing Mommy in a sari and Poppy in a kurta pajama, she softly says, just like we dressed in India. Together, they light clay lamps, the diyas, and the incense sticks in front of the deities Ganesha, Lakshmi, Rama, Sita, and Lakshman. Priya clears her throat and sings while offering marigold flowers to the gods and goddesses. The house is filled with the smell of sandalwood incense and with neighbors' warm smiles. For the first time, loud giggles echo in Priya's new home. Hope blooms inside her. It feels like Diwali. And then it's time for Priya's favorite part, fireworks. There are no sky shooters or air rockets, but there are sparklers for everyone. This Diwali isn't the same as in India, but it's Diwali in my new home. Happy Diwali! About Diwali. Diwali, the festival of lights, is celebrated to honor Lord Rama. Lord Rama is one of the avatars of the Hindu god Vishnu and the king of the Ayodhya. Diwali occurs in either October or November. The date changes each year as it falls on a new moon night. Welcome to Storytime. Today we're going to be reading a book called Garland of Lights, a Diwali story. This book is written by Titra Sounder and illustrated by Amber Huck. I hope you enjoy this book today. Now let's get ready for story time. Garland of Lights, a Diwali story. One lamp welcomes the goddess of wealth. She blesses all with wisdom and health. Two lamps to thank the sun and the moon. They give us life, light, and good fortune. Three lamps to let go of spats and fights. Time to heal in the season of lights. Four lamps to thank our elders today. We seek their light to lead our way. 5 lamps to mark the 5 days of cheer. We share mithai this time of the year. 6 lamps brighten the Rangoli art. We sing the hymns that we know by heart. 7 lamps to greet friends with a smile, those nearby and friends gone a while. 8 lamps to cheer the fireworks display. The moonless night turns as bright as day. 9 lamps to mark the last of the rains. We thank the monsoons for food and grains. 10 lamps are lit and placed in a row. One laughter adds to this Diwali glow. 11, 12, 13. We light the last diya. Happy Diwali and Happy New Year. And thank you so much for reading The Garden of Lights with me, a Diwali story. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and I hope that you come back and check often as I read new stories each week.